Hey guys, Ross here from RIPP Superchargers. So we're back in front of the 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee that has now been RIPP Supercharged. When you first saw this vehicle, just a few videos back, it was naturally aspirated. We'd run it on our dyno like we normally do to do a before, so we can demonstrate an after. It was tuned with a Diablo tuner on their performance tune, I guess, the one that's bottled in their DCX tool. This was so that we could actually dyno it, put it in a dyno mode, and get the actual horsepower out of it. So 207 horsepower is what it made, and about 210 pounds of torque is where it ended up, and it was good horsepower. I think if a guy is looking for an actually aspirated car and they need to move this down the road, it was pretty good. But for the guys that are looking for more, that's what we have. We have a RIPP Supercharger. We install one of those in about 5 to 6 hours in this vehicle, and I can show you what it's about. Okay, so mounted handsomely here without the cover so you can see a little bit more is the centrifugal supercharge that we use. In this particular case, which is a prototype system, we use the factory airbox. This can be modified later with an open element. We tailor everything nice and quickly so that you can put everything back like it were stock. This feeds a front-mounted intercooler mounted in the grille, which makes a beautiful signature statement. This intercooler is capable of 500 horsepower if we ever wanted to go up. I don't know that we're doing that just yet. That comes out over here into a boost pipe, which is 3 inches, with a beautiful new race valve from Vortec. We supply you with larger primary injectors, a new map sensor, little catch can. You give you a little Diablo, which is pre-programmed, and it's all ready to rock and roll. It's not very hard to install. You don't have to cut anything. You don't have to do anything that's sort of strange or weird or manipulate any lines. It's very simple to install, like all our kits. This vehicle is cool because it's running bigger tires, and it also has 74,000 miles on the clock. So for those of you that are worried about high mileage, we're very comfortable with the 3.6 liter Pentastar. We know that we can throw a boost through it. We know that we can make power through it. We're not afraid of it. Like always, this is strapped down on a dyno. We're going to make a pass, so I'd like to show you what it does. Hey, you mind getting that fan? That was pretty good. Guess she was hungry for some power today. Not bad, 331, which is not our average. Typically what we're seeing out of these cars is about 313. It might have been cooled down. We have the intercooler cooled down as well, so it's not so much a glory pass, but typically if it put it down, it put it down. There's nothing special we did here. But you can see that the power comes on real strong here. So in the meat of the RPMs where you're using this thing, it just ramps up beautifully. The torque is real flat up top, so it'll feel like a freight train. You can see it's a lot of fun. Now what you're seeing here are the factory numbers, the 207 that it made before, and it's naturally a very big jump here. We're starting a little later in the RPM, so I may have run this a little differently before, but essentially you can get a good understanding of how much more horsepower you have versus stock. So if you're towing or running down the highway or whatever it is that you're doing with these things, it's going to be a lot more fun with the blower than it is stock. So thanks guys.